comments whenever people say that you're a deadbeat. Let's be honest about that. Let's be honest about your daughter. You
Mm,
went to Minnesota or whatever your baby mother is from, and you've been nothing but a deadbeat to your daughter.
mm,
You knew your daughter. You knew where she was. You did not try at all whatsoever. Let's be honest about the fact that I'm the one that made you see. I'm the one that made you see your daughter. Let's be honest
mm.
about the fact that when I met you, you was lying about that. The fact that you had a daughter. Let's not. Do you want me to share your text messages with your baby? Telling you don't be disrespectful to her, and I was writing her very respectfully. I'm the reason that you just seen her. I'm the reason that you seen her and that she met Ray Scott. Let's be honest about that. Let's
Mm.
be honest about the fact that you are a literal how angry I got when I found out that you can't see that little girl, and I told you to go and get a lawyer and go fight for your daughter. Literally pissed off that you wouldn't fight for your daughter, and you're like, I can't fight for my daughter. She's on an Indian reservation. Let's be honest about that. Yeah, let's be honest about that. Let's be honest about the fact that you lie. Let's be honest about the fact that you lie and say she was a one night stand, but your mother even told me that y'all was together, and you did whatever you did. Let's be honest about that. Your mother even said it. Let's be honest about that. Where's your daughter, Brett? Where's your daughter, Brett? You lied about having a daughter when I met you, bro. Let's be honest about that.
Mm.
Because you told me to go on live and then you stopped yelling the way that you were yelling while I was silent. I was absolutely silent while you were yelling and being really aggressive. I was silent. I didn't say a word while you were being really, really, really aggressive.
Mm.
Remember? Remember that? Remember the way you just jumped up and what happened to the baby when you jumped up to hit Raiden because
Mm.
you said he wasn't listening to you? Remember that? Do you remember, Brett? Let's just be very, very honest about it. Yeah, and then the way that I got upset because you almost dropped the baby to hit Raiden. Let's be real about that. The way that you don't take care of your daughter at all whatsoever. The way that you did not take care of Race for the whole first year of his life. The way
Mm.
that you did not take care of Race for the whole first year of his life. Let's just be very, very, very honest. Let's be honest about it. Rose paid for every single aspect of your life, Brett. You literally did not have anything before. Let's be honest about that. You were 32 years old, living in somebody's basement on a mattress. Didn't even have a bed. Only on a
Mm.
mattress. Only on a mattress.
Mm.
You moved into my luxury apartment with me. You were asking me, hey, come. Oh my God, you are a liar. You were asking me, hey, come to my house, and I felt uncomfortable to come to your house because you lived in the ghetto. Let's be honest. What are you
Mm.
talking about? Yo, let's just be very, very honest about it.
White man in the ghetto? No, huh? Say it ain't so, Ray.
Like let's stop lying. Remember all you're like, oh yeah, I beat women, that's why none of my relationships in the past have worked. Remember the closet door at our house is broken? Why? Because you put a hole in it. Let's be honest about that. Oh, I should snap your fucking neck right now, but you're too quick to call the police. Let's be honest about that.
And yet you're still with him. I don't. Okay.
Let's be very honest. Remember in Iowa, you literally have a police report because you did what? You did what? Yes, you did. Why did they take the gun in Iowa? Move. Get away from me. Get away from me. Don't come near me at all whatsoever. Yeah, don't come near me because let's not come near me. That's why I pretend that I'm the one that paid the deposit on our house. Let's not pretend that I'm not the one that paid for the Range Rover. Let's not pretend that I'm the one that paid for this whole fucking life that we live. Let's not pretend that. Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend.
But she's still popping them babies out.
Oh, okay. Let's not pretend. Let's just be very, very real. You told me to put it on live, so I put it on live. So, and then you want to start talking about a glass of wine, and then you want to start saying, oh, are you not going to talk? After I was just sitting here silent before we even got on live. I've been not talking. I've been not talking. I've been not talking. So what are you talking about? Oh, okay. Let's be real. Let's be real about everything. I met you in a basement laying on a mattress. Let's be real about that. Let's be real about the fact that you moved in with
Not the mattress.
me, not the opposite way around. Let's be real about the fact that I never felt comfortable moving to your house because you lived in the ghetto.
Not the ghetto.
Let's be real about the fact that I'm the one that found the house, found the realtor, did all the footwork, did all everything, paid for the fucking deposit on the house, paid for the house, everything. Let's be real about that. Let's be real about everything since you want to say, let's put it on live. You're the one that told me to put it on live. So let's be real about everything. Let's be real about the fact that I paid for the Range Rover, the fact that I paid for motherfucking everything. Let's be real about it.
Everything. Everything. Everything.
Let's be real. Let's be real about like everything. You said let go on live, put this on live, right? Aren't you the one that said that? Why aren't you yelling now the way that you were just yelling while I was on the phone minding my business, not talking? Why
Obviously, because you're on live.
aren't you yelling now and so aggressive now? Why aren't you aggressive anymore? Why aren't you aggressive and yelling anymore the way that you just were? Why are you acting? Why? Oh, okay. Let's like not lie.
Not the kids crying in the background.
Just took my phone, y'all. I'm sitting here laying down. I start making
I'm gonna just stop it right there. This to all my divestors out there, my divesting sisters. You know, grass ain't always green on the other side. That's all I got to say. We hear all this trope about, oh, I don't want to go 50-50, blah, 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 blah. Well, baby over there going 100 by myself. Me. One pillow. By myself. That's how she doing it. I mean, man, shout out to the investors. You heard me? Like, you know, y'all do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you. Never was, never will be. You know? Salute. I'll let the rest play for now.
just took my phone, y'all. I'm sitting here laying down. I start making myself a hotel room somewhere else, and he snatched my phone and was like, "You're not going nowhere," and like got really, really aggressive. Get on here. I wasn't gonna get on here. I wasn't gonna get on here. Stop yelling. Stop yelling, you guys. And stop running around. Okay, so I wasn't gonna get on here, but literally he told me get on live. So I got on live. And then he went crazy. What are you talking about? I wasn't throwing. I'm sitting here. Yeah, let's be real though. Let's be very, very real. I was sitting here quiet as heck. He started yelling.
I was doing good sitting here, and then you acted up again.
Because you're the one that told me to go on live. Remember?
Right. I told you to put that real shit on live, but you still don't want to.
You told me to go on live. Put what real shit on live?
In the live.
Wait, I'm sorry.
watching
Put
this
what
couple.
real shit on live? Did you tell me? Because I'm putting the realest shit.
I was saying to you before, not try to have you.
Oh, well, you said go on live, and when you said go on live, I went on live.
So I don't know too much about this couple. I saw a little bit of the research. Hold on a second. Come on. So I don't know too much about this couple. I'm not really into the whole couples on social media thing. Matter of fact, I purposely keep my relationship off of social media. I think that's why it thrives so well. And I don't believe in the bullshit because I know for a fact that my relationship ain't easy. And the last thing I would want is when things aren't easy to involve other people inside of it. That's only going to exacerbate the situation. So I like to keep all my relationship. Well, I like to keep my relationship on the hush. All my relationships, I only have one. But yeah, I don't know too much about this couple. I did a little bit of reading, a little, just to have an idea of what I was looking at, because I seen a lot of people reacting to it. And yeah, this is the conditions of number one, thinking that the grass is always green on the other side. Relationships will be relationships no matter the color. And number two, I bet you, white man, you ain't used to dealing with this type of shit, huh? Yeah, our women are something different, you dig? They ain't for the weak. They ain't for the weak. You know what I'm saying? So, fair warning. They do not fuck around. They will burn the whole house down with you inside it, as you can obviously see this lady doing on their live, that they built up their audience with their relationship. Mad day comes and common sense leaves the residence. So here we are. I hate to see it, you know what I mean, but it is content. So there's that. But yeah, grass ain't always green on the other side. That goes for blacks and whites, divestors and all kind of esters. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it is that, and this is what I think that the men are upset about, right? They're upset because our women are giving us this bullshit in regards to going 50-50 with a black man. And here we have a white man where she's going 100%. Why they do that at? I didn't know that's how this thing worked, but hey, yeah. This day world I'm just living in it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Tried to build with a broke man that was trying to get his life together. And have you ever sat back and looked at how you were treated, how you were talked to?
That
because
part right
that man
there.
felt like he didn't have it or he was less than, even though you tried to pour into that man.
So
no, honey, you're not this
it
and that.
happens to the man internally.
That's what's
where
always-
next thing you know, he becomes
it's not just money.
emotionally
It's a lot
unavailable.
deeper than that. It's how you act when you don't have money.
Yeah.
And then they say, okay, well, if you do have money, how are you spending that money? There's a lot of men that have money. I was in a relationship with a man who had money who wanted to spend his money outside of the damn household. You're not putting the money into the household. So
Was that a coping
it's
mechanism?
not just you having money. It's a lot more that goes into it.
I think part of the issue too when it comes to the conversation about men and women and finances is it's not that we're saying that money is completely alleviated, not important. It's not that we're saying that. I think part of the issue is these dudes come out the gate leading with money and then get upset when they can no longer provide that.
Bro.
I look like a what?
We bros.
The bro?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, go ahead.
Look.
Nah,
see, it
bring
ain't
your
meant
ass
to be.
back.
It ain't
No.
meant to be.
My dog. Yo, the look on my dog face when he try to pop that damn balloon, dog. Oh my god. They be trying to bro my son. My son be like, man, I ain't broing nothing over here, man. Y'all got me fucked.
Locked in, I'm locked in. It's all kind of men that get at me. When I'm locked in, I don't open a DM. I wish the
That interesting.
Always need to do that investigation. It don't matter how much you like them. Like be getting people fucked up. Like done got folks pregnant. Like done got folks burnt. Whether you should be in a relationship with somebody and whether you like them, two completely different things. I don't purchase every pair of shoes I like. I didn't get every car because I liked it. Like is basic as fuck. I like cheeseburgers, nigga. That don't mean I should be eating at Mickey D's. Because don't that technically qualify as some shit that I like, but ain't it bad for me? And that's what a lot of folks be doing is like you just like some shit enough and you get close to it. You've done no homework over whether that person is trustworthy, whether they communicate well, you just like them. The vibe's good. Y'all stop using protection. Shouldn't be fucking in the first place, but y'all done stop using protection because you like each other. Y'all too goddamn old to be letting like govern how you move with other adults. Like is some shit we used to write notes about in middle and high school. Do you like me, yes or no? We grown now. I have to pay taxes. I don't give a fuck if you like me. What do you have going on? What do you actually add to my life? I have some beautiful shit going on. I'm walking in my blessings. Can you add to that? Can you handle that? Us liking each other is cool. Like, that's great. That's a great start. It's gonna be times y'all don't fucking like each other. What do you do then? Do you have the ability to compromise? Do you have the ability to work with your partner and move forward at times that y'all don't agree?
First of all, what I gotta say to that is we was never using condoms. Okay, so we never took it off. It never was on. Secondly, I 100% agree. I mostly agree. I pretty much agree. I think that I think it goes back to the vetting process. And so when you're in a relationship with someone, it starts off with but there's eventually going to be a conflict. And so how you resolve that conflict, if someone is flighty, we get in a conflict or a disagreement or argument, and I'm trying to articulate my thought to you of what I meant, and it was a misunderstanding, and you can't let it go because of how you feel about it. And so you want to end a relationship because of that one feeling. That falls under where it's so flimsy and not substantial. So I understand where he's coming from.
You marry a woman that's been with 10 different men, that's a lot of imprinting. Because for a woman, sex changes your DNA. Wow. It changes it. It alters it. This is biologically proven. So you're being imprinted. I would rather be imprinted by the man that I'm marrying and not engage in sort of like a psychological, biological, spiritual orgy. Because now, a lot of times you wonder why relationships are not working, because they're comparing you with other lovers. And because everything happens at a psychological, subconscious level, sometimes people are not able to access why they treat you or respond to you in a certain way when the response is coming from all of these other experiences that they've had.
That is so true. That's the crazy part about it all, is that a lot of the dating market is not what people want it to be because of the sexual revolution, the easy access to sex these days. Sex is a big part of relationships, and a lot of these guys, getting involved with these women that's in their late 30s, early 30s, mid 30s, whatever. The best meal she can cook is some other nigga meal. The way she carry herself is some other man's swag. Her lingo is some other man's lingo. Her thought process is some other man's thought process. And that's what happens when you imprint on a woman. That's why the relationships are failing, because you're not dealing with fresh soil. That soil has been dug through and dismantled. You know what I'm saying? So number 6. I got hella of these. I'm trying it a different way. I need to talk less for the editing, but fuck it. We live, man. We doing this shit live. Yeah, I got a bunch of these. I got like 40 of them. So we're gonna just get through as many as we can.
The entire body of a woman is the creator of life. I'm sorry.
As far as creation, men are the creators. And not only that, even if we're talking about kids, your womb is lifeless. You have zero life in there. You got no life.
That's not true at all.
We have the seed.
That's not true at all.
Your egg isn't alive at all.
That's not true at all.
Let me ask you a question. I wish we could actually test it right now too.
Me too.
If we had a microscope, right? We had a microscope, and if you look through the microscope at semen, you would see living life forms moving all around. You would see 80 million of them, right? If we take your egg and we try to see if things is gonna be moving, it's gonna be nothing.
Because it's making way for one egg. Because we are the creators of life.
No,
I'm the holder of that egg.
You don't get what I'm saying.
I do. I'm a woman. You're a man.
I'm saying that you don't have a living life form in you, and we
because
do.
I am the living life form. My body is the living life form. I push it up.
So what? You the living life form, and then men, we're dead? She understands what he's saying, but she hates to deal with the truth. The fact of the matter is that the women are the soil. They're the ground. They're the incubator, right? They take what a man has, and that's how relationships are supposed to be. Woman's supposed to take what a man has and then multiply it. Same thing she does with his seed. She allows his seed to enter into her incubation, and she multiplies it. She turns it into a human. She takes that one little semen seed, is alive and well, fighting other semens in competition for her egg, and then she multiplies it. That doesn't diminish what she does. That's not what the point is. The point is not to diminish her, but the point is to speak the truth on the reality of it, because that this idea that life is the creation of life is specifically to women and men don't play a huge part in that is a misnomer that has been echoed for God knows how long. But we need some truth, man. We need some truth to some of this craziness. On to number 7.
The men are the ones tasked with every time there's a natural disaster, they have to go out and rescue people from the fires and the floodwaters. And every time there's a war, the men have to go and fight it and defend the country. And anytime there's a criminal who needs to be violently arrested, it's going to be a man who goes and does that, not a woman. Where does the equality come in? If we're doing the fluffy jobs, you know, we're all singers. We got a lot of singers and musicians, which is cool. It's great. I love music too. But y'all ain't like rescuing people and, you know, doing the heavy lifting or the dirty or the dangerous jobs. Like, who collects the trash? Men. You know, who does all the steel working and oil rig work and all of the like sewer cleaning? Men. The men are the ones that have to fight and die to defend the country. The men are the ones that build and maintain all the infrastructure, right? Like, none of this stuff in the studio is built or maintained by women. Do you know that like 90% of infrastructure jobs are still held by men? And that if you look at the top 20 jobs held by women now in 2024 versus 1924 are almost the exact same. So women have had 100 years to do whatever they want, and they still do the same 20 jobs they did 100 years ago, other than we switched out farm labor for HR work. But other than that, we're secretaries, nurses, daycare ladies, early childhood education, administrative assistants, retail workers, all the same shit that we were a century ago.
That lets you know that this is a biological thing. It's like women like to argue against biology and pretend and echo this narrative that they don't need men. And so you ever see those street videos where it's like, hey, do women need men? No, we don't need men. And this honest truth, which needs to be said, there has to be a counteractive to the voice that if men were to disappear off of this planet, so would women. Women will follow immediately right after. If men were to just Thanos snap, all men gone, women will follow immediately after, because they live under this delusion that they can run the world the same way that men do. They complain constantly. They have the ability and the luxury of complaining constantly about the world that men built. And because there's a lack of appreciation, you're starting to see certain aspects of the community. I could say community, but you're just starting to see social aspects of our social life starting to crumble, where we're arguing over frivolous things like pronouns and what a man and what a woman is. And this is all being instituted under the branch of feminism, not feminism specifically, but this is an extremist branch of feminism that's pushing this narrative and this agenda to deconstruct the patriarchy, as if the patriarchy is deconstructed, then there's going to be this, you know, matriarchy that takes its place. And that's very well not how things are going to go. If men are weak enough to allow women to overtake them and deconstruct the patriarchy, then the world as we know it will end.
Or stop trying to fit in. Don't be in the mix. You be in the mix, you gonna lose yourself. You ain't on your grind. I ain't trying to do that, dog. I gotta stand 10.
Salute to that brother. I really don't know who that is. Salute to that brother speaking that truth. It's the doers and the don'ts. You know what I'm saying? You is or you ain't. Grinding is a lonely road, you know? And sometimes people gonna judge you for what you're doing, question what you're doing, or try to tear down anything you're doing. You got to keep trucking and staying motivated. Sometimes you got to motivate yourself, you know? So much respect and salute to that.
Put me on this type of game. She said, in this new wave of love, the new love is I'm finding any reason to leave. The old love is I'm finding any reason to stay.
Damn, that ain't the truth. If that ain't the truth, divorce rates is going crazy. We in hookup culture now. People are so hypergamous, trying to find the best that they can find, not knowing they done probably gave up the best a long time ago.